Listen, I think we have to be prepared to every situation. Yeah, we still things to do. The transfer window it's open, and again, the most important thing is to be prepared for everything, every scenario, because opportunities can happen.
On today's show, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be talking about a lot of stuff, and Edu's interview where he discussed the Zinchenko transfer and why he wanted to go after Zinchenko, in addition to Gabriel Jesus and the connection he had with Gabriel Jesus. We will also go on the inside of talking about Raphinha's deal and what happened with the Raphinha deal. He also made comments the other day about Lucas Paqueta. We'll get onto that. Arsenal is also heavily linked to Cody Gakpo, and we're going to also discuss Arteta. Nicolas Pepe rumored to be staying at the club after a cryptic message, and Leno seems to be leaving to Fulham. We're going to discuss that, plus more, in addition to Lucas Torreira's moved back to Italy. So let's get on to today's show. Yes, people, what's going on? It's the Kitty G on EGTV, and we're back again with another video. As you guys already know by the title of the video and the intro, we will be discussing Edu's interview, talking about Arteta, talking about transfers, incomings and outgoings, speaking cryptically about Nicolas Pepe, and also getting into the Raphinha transfer and the insights on that, telling us a lot about and giving us the inside scoop as a fans and speaking to the media so openly. Honestly, Edu has done a good job being accessible and open to speak to the media, because we haven't had this in a long time. And I really like the fact that he did it last year and he's doing it again this year. And what we're going to do in this video, we're going to go through his interview. We're going to break down some parts of the interview, and then we're going to get into the transfers and everything else on the back end of the show. So leave your questions for the transfers on the back end of the show. Let me know right now what you thought about Edu's interview, and give me your thoughts on Edu's interview in the comment section right now. We already have a bunch of you guys in the chat letting you guys know. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you've gotten this far on the playback or you're watching live. And remember, we're trying to get to 15,000 subscribers before the new season. So please do hit that like button, subscribe button. And if you want to join as a member, you can. We have 2 tier systems, Academy member and first team. So don't forget that. But yeah, let's get the show started. I got my guy, Nigerian Englishman Kunle, in the house. What's going on, bro?
Oh yeah, now you know my people is your dark skinned man from the motherland each and every time. Big up EGTV, big up everyone in the comments. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's go.
Boom. And you missed it, bro. I literally did a whole little intro and everything where I was talking about the whole Edu thing, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it as we go right now. But before we do that, we're going to open up the lines for the second part of the show. The first part of the show, we're just going to do it, just me and my guy, but we're going to open up the lines, I promise, guys. So let's just, first, we got to get through a lot of talks. We got to get through a lot of transfer talks. We got to get through a lot of Edu conversation, but we're going to first break down the Edu interview. Edu spoke candidly in this interview. He spoke about a lot of things, my friend, and I'm very happy to say the club is opening up their borders, being a little bit more open with Frimpong, and you're seeing the American fans getting more exclusivity to speak to the fans one-on-one. Edu having these interviews, Arteta having interviews. I think this is good, bro. What do you think before we get into the actual interviews themselves?
To be honest, I listened to your advice. I didn't actually watch the interview yet. So I've been all hearing little tweets here and there about what's going on. So I'm intrigued and excited to find out what Edu's saying. Let's see if I can get live reaction right here and now.
There you go, people. There you go. So let's get into it. People in the comment sections already saying big things. Also, Edu in the interview said something cheeky, you know. He said they turned down an offer to sign a certain player from Dortmund. We're gonna have to get into that also, because it's some shade. There's a bunch of stuff that Edu said in this interview where we need to really dissect it and look at it deeper and be like, yo, what does he mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Because there's a lot of moments where you could have been like, yo, what do you really mean by that? Because Edu's answers were not that like cryptic. They were pretty straightforward. And this is now what, the second interview he's done with Sky Sports. He did one back in September, and now he's done this one. So just to go through some of the stuff, we're gonna go on to Sky. We're gonna go on to Sky, and we're gonna see Edu's exclusive interview with Sky. And this was Edu dressed up in the tracksuit, ready to go for this interview. And he was saying a lot of good stuff, right? So First thing they asked Edu, what do you think it is? Obviously, Arsenal being the heavy spenders that we are, they're going to ask them about how much money we spent. And then they also spoke about Zinchenko, the latest on the signing of Zinchenko, this is that, right? But Edu, what can we expect with from the new signings? Was one of the first questions. And what did Edu say? Where are the answers?
Oh, there. Go back up to the question.
No, this is Jesus told me the reason.
No, keep going. When you just the Edu question that you had, it was under the answer was underneath it, I think.
You know what? Let me just go on Twitter, because I can find everything on Twitter for you guys. Because there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on in the last 24 hours with the Edu stuff. So this is Football Daily. Football Daily work in conjunction with Sky. So on Twitter, they were the ones that had the excerpts and the little parts from the interview. And Edu's interview starts here. Here we go. So this was the first quote that they asked him. So they asked Edu about Jesus, and his response on Jesus was, "We as a club are very proud to have a player like Gabriel Jesus here." Edu revealing Arsenal's pursuit of Gabriel Jesus over the last 7 months, actually. So yeah, that was the opening conversation, speaking about Gabriel Jesus and how we signed Gabriel Jesus and how happy he was that we signed Gabriel Jesus. That was one of the opening excerpts. That was one of the opening excerpts. Very straightforward. Of course, he's going to say that one, but we get that, right? Then you have the situation here where managing the situation with the players and the new club. Most importantly, we make players understand why they are here and why he needs to go. What? So basically, he spoke about Ozil
to make the player understand why he is here or why he needs to go.
So when saying that, he's speaking about players coming in and players coming out. He spoke candidly about Ozil, Aubameyang, and some players that needed to leave the club in order for the club to progress. And that
he actually said that.
He didn't say their names.
Those not exact words, but those are the.
Yeah, but he implied them. Okay. He implied them, right? We really believe the character's qualities, increasing our level in the squad. Speaking about Alexander Zinchenko, he was very happy, very candid, very excited to have Alexander Zinchenko in the squad. Then he also spoke about Edu on the approach and doing the transfer business. He spoke about if they fit the model, all sense, we carry that. But when I see something I really not comfortable with, I prefer to move on. So he's speaking about transfers that they did not go for, transfers that they did go for, and moving on and everything else like that, right? I think he gets into Raphinha.
It's fair.
Raphinha's situation was pretty interesting. Edu gave insight on what happened with the Raphinha transfer. He spoke about his dream was to play for Barcelona, right? But what he specifically said about this was very interesting.
I have some conversation with Deco because Deco is his agent and I have a good relationship. We are friends. So I just said to Deco, can you explain to me the situation of Raphinha? And then he was clear. He said, Edu, we have a good relationship, but I'm going to lie to you. His idea is to go to Barcelona because he's dreaming to go to Barcelona. And we are talking to Barcelona since a long time ago. Okay, thank you very much. If something happened, so just let me know.
And that was it. So this whole thing about Raphinha to Arsenal, Raphinha to Arsenal, Raphinha to Arsenal, Raphinha to Arsenal, Edu poo-pooing that statement, saying that Raphinha to Arsenal was not as close as we first believed it was. So that was that. Then you have the situation here where he's speaking about Arteta and Edu. I am never, ever going to sign a player which Mikel Arteta is not comfortable with. Never. It's not Arteta signing. It's not Edu signing. It's Arsenal signing. Edu is saying who's credited for every single signing in the club, not any individual. So he must be hearing these things. He must be hearing players are Edu signing, players are Arteta signing.
That's also an interesting one because I don't know if you heard, someone was telling me about how Jed Spence wasn't a Conte signing. It was a Levy signing. I don't know if you heard that rumor too. So.
There you go. So it is one of those situations where you have the manager and the porter and the director of football in Edu basically saying Arteta signs a player, I sign a player. Edu signs a player, Arteta signs a player. It's Arsenal signing the player. It's not one individual. But I never get it. I never sign a player without his approval. That's basically what he was saying in this one. Then he also speaks about what Arteta has. Is that Arteta making very impressed during his interview for the Arsenal job? Oh, he's just speaking about how Arteta has impressed him during his interview during the Arsenal job, speaking about family concepts, ideals, behavior, things like that. Because of course he was part of the interview process. He also spoke about the Cronkies, because if you don't know, that's Edu there, that's Vinay. As you can see there, I think that's Josh Kroenke and Stan Kroenke. I don't know who else is there in this picture, but as you can see, that's the majority of the big bosses over there at Arsenal. And you have, he was saying, there are really supportive, really present with the club, which makes us really feel really comfortable. And this is him talking about the impact of the ownership behind the scenes at Arsenal, trying to give some good credit to the ownership and being a big part of the improvements that we've made. And then this was finally,
when it comes to the owners. Okay, sorry.
Okay, no worries. And then go ahead. What were we going to say on the owners?
I say, when it comes to the owners, right? I don't ever expect Edu to say anything bad about the owners or anything that we could manipulate to think he's taking a little jab at them. I don't see Edu or Arteta ever bad mouthing the owners for one reason and one reason only, is they gave them their chance. The owners gave Edu and Arteta a chance at a big club when most wouldn't. So I like when he talks about the owners, I kind of take it with a pinch of salt. But over the last 2 summers, they have kind of given him what he needs. So that's another reason. But
yeah, so he did get into a lot of things in this interview. I've given you guys a little inkling on what he's saying. I hope this gives you a little bit of understanding of what he's been talking about. But here, Edu reveals the targets for Arsenal this season, and he promises to the fans, we want to keep working really hard for them. And he does actually get into a little bit of more. He gives us a little bit more than what you'd expect, giving us a little bit more information, giving us more of a better answer, because usually they give us cryptic answers. You know what I mean? They don't really give us good answers and say, oh, this is what I expect or that's what I expect. When speaking about what to expect, he was saying, for sure, realistically, the situation is that we want to win, and that let me show you guys. This is what he was saying, because he was speaking directly to the points, and he was not shying away from them. Looking ahead to next season, do you want more than top 4? For sure. I respect and we have to be realistic for these situations, but why not? What the hell is going on? Why is it moving?
Yeah, that was a mad one. Back to the top. Oh, wow.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I swear they're working against us. There we go. And I want to be there again as soon as possible. Why not? And then targets for so what are your targets this season? With all my respect, I want to be realistic. I cannot think less than winning things. So he's saying he wants to win things, and promises to Arsenal fans, we will keep working hard, really hard for them. And that was like some of the major closing statements. He spoke about how forward thinking they are, and he was getting into the size of the club and looking at what players to get in. He spoke about he spoke about the owner and the supporters, of course. How impressed he's been with Arteta during the job interview. We already spoke about that. He spoke about the raphinha thing. He spoke about how important it is for Arteta on signings.
Miguel, there is one quote that I did see from the interview. I don't know if this was from that particular one, but it said something about a guy being 26 years old and him being at a stage of his contract where something that sounded like he was talking about Pepe. I can't remember the exact quote, but everyone kept saying this must be Pepe he's talking about. Someone that's 25, 26, final years of the contract. We need to make a decision. I can't remember what the quote was. Let me try and find it.
Well, I'll look for that. But I found this interesting. Have you brought in players you want to, despite not qualifying for the Champions League, right? Yes, 100%. I understood players want to play in the Champions League, but I think we can afford some very special players as well. not only Champions League football, but being part of a group of players that achieve something very special for the football club is always asking project we are been building as we are doing. Sure, we will do something very special with this football club. And when explaining to players, they understand it, and that is why they are here. Interesting. I will find the quote on Pepe because I think I found some Pepe stuff also because I did hear about the Pepe stuff. It was something cryptic where he was speaking about.
Yeah, okay, I've got it here. When the player's 26 plus, big salary, and he's not performing, he's killing you because you don't have a valuation to sell the player. Did you see something like that?
When the player is 26 plus and he's not performing, he's killing you. Wow.
Yeah.
That is not even cryptic. That is just straightforward. Like,
Yeah.
that is just straightforward. Like just saying, you know what, Edu on squad management.
I just WhatsApped you what the quote, I think, just in case.
It was Edu on squad management, right? Yeah, found it. Bro, that is deep, you know. That is serious.
I mean, there's only one player that could be, boy. Do you get me?
Bro, that is serious. Edu on squad management. When a player is 26 on a big salary and he's not performing, he's killing you because you don't have a valuation to sell the player. And Arsenal, London, he is going on a good salary. How much do you move this player? How do you move this player? Wow.
That's that. It can only be Pepe that in that situation to us because this is his exact situation. He's on a big contract. Last 2 years, he's not performing. We're trying to recoup 70 million, but no one's trying to hear that talk from us. At best, 2025, bro. So he's right.
Edu spoke on Saka's contract also. Edu on how Saka's contract talks are going. Good, very good. Everyone is happy.
That is a fantastic answer, bro. That is everybody is happy is the best part of that quote.
Very simple. This is another one here. I'm gonna get to the comments very soon, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm just once we get through this, we'll get to the comments. I promise you. Big up to Muhsin for sending in a super chat. You didn't even have to add anything else. I really do appreciate that, bro. People, don't forget to smash that like button right now. Smash that like button right now, right? Keep up smashing it on the terrace. Watch your sub. Keep smashing what?
Keep smashing the terrace up and watch your subs rise as they should.
There you go, Michael. We're gonna get to all the comments in a second, bro. I really do appreciate everyone's comments. So yeah, Edu Gaspar. Speaking about a player in Dortmund, I started talking to them, talk to the family, but always let's talk about money. No, and one day said to his agent, "Thank you very much, but it's not what I want to do." Boom. So the player spoke about money, and he said no.
No, it wasn't even the player. I think it's the agent. Go up. So basically, yeah.
Let me read. Let me get
so I started to talk to them and talk to their family, but always, no, let's talk about. I think the agents were like saying, nah, let's talk about money. Eddie was trying to speak to their family, find out their situation, but they were just focused on the money. That only sounds like one group of people there. I don't want to throw a name in, but that sounds like Haaland's people there, bro.
You think so?
It sounds like Haaland's people when it comes to money. Who else could it be at Dortmund that could be talking money first? I'm just thinking.
Do you think we ever spoke to Haaland? That would be interesting. On Arsenal's ambitions. Wow. I'm sorry, but we have to be realistic. There's City, Liverpool, etc. That's fine. I accept that. But when you are our size, we can't accept it. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Edu on Arsenal's ambitions, he's saying the right things.
For sure. This is definitely going a lot better than his last interview. Fact.
Listen to this. We're not fighting. We're not building to fight for fourth, people. We're building to fight for first. That's what I like to hear. Okay. Talking about the business this summer. you need a squad with an attitude, want to kill that want to kill someone. What I want? What?
Now, basically, he's saying you need a squad with an attitude, like that player that's like, I want to kill someone. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
lose that game. I will kill someone, but I don't lose that game. And it's true. Because he's drawing from, and these are the things that I hoped Edu would start doing, because he was in those changing rooms with the Invincibles. He's an Invincible at the end of the day. He might not have been the starting 11, but he was in those changing rooms where everyone held each other accountable. Wenger didn't even have to shout at anyone at halftime because the big egos in the team handled that, and they went out and played. And we need a few generals like that. And no
bro.
offense,
Edu saying everything right in this interview. I love it.
right?
I love it. Some people are saying it is a PR interview and they're not happy with it. But when he's speaking about characters, when he's speaking about individuals, when he's opening up about the transfer window and the budget and everything that he's done in this interview, speaking about Arteta's job when he was getting the interview, and then Sky Sports, they take a moment to talk about our the money spent over the last couple of windows. We spent a lot of money, bro. Let's not lie. We spent a lot of money over the last couple of years at Arsenal. Just looking at that, 2018-19, 70 million.
Yeah, we did. But Igal, we also didn't. If you look at the market, we did, but we didn't. I hear you. We definitely did, but we also didn't. If that makes sense.
I'm looking at the 2020 and 2021 season, 2018 and 2019, and I'm looking at those 70, 80 million. I'm saying that's not too much, but the seasons where we went over 100 million, we improved our team the last two seasons, and the season we got Partey and Gabriel, even though we spent 82 million, we improved our team, but we're always like one or two signings away from being really serious. So it looks like the last two seasons we've been spending the extra money to get those one or two extra players that we would need to push on, and hopefully we've acquired enough talent come this season where we don't need to spend that crazy money on 4 players. We can now start buying the 1 or 2 players. And yeah, so that's that with the interview. The interview, I think we broke the interview down quite well. Hopefully everyone knows. People are the question of the day. What is the question of the day going to be? Well, it can only be one thing, I guess. Who is that guy from Dortmund?
The comments are cooking me, bro.
Who could that player be from Dortmund that we were targeting? Because I put this out on Twitter and people were saying a bunch of names, but Edu said he walked away from a deal from an unnamed Borussia Dortmund player. So who could that player be? Give me some suggestions. So you think it's Haaland?
Look, let me explain why I think it potentially could be. I'm not saying that we really had a chance to sign him, but look at the variables. If we were on the trajectory to get Champions League football, his best friend Odegaard plays for Arsenal, so I wouldn't be surprised if he made some inquiries. I'm not saying they got far, but I wouldn't be surprised if he at least made some inquiries. You get what I'm saying?
Could it be Brandt? Could it be that center back?
Brand. Is Brand still there?
Could it be Jude Bellingham?
Potentially. That's not the worst shout. But that's not the worst shout. Bellingham. It could be.
That's the poll question for the day, guys. Let me know what you guys think, because I want to know who that unknown player is over there. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put the link out there for people who want to jump on, and then we're gonna go through the transfers now for the rest of the show. But Edu's interview is going to be the first topic that we discuss with the people who jump in. Give me your feedback on Edu's interview.
Look, I believe Edu doesn't come and do this interview if he doesn't have at least one more surprise in his bag. Personally, like he's like I guess he's building up to something. But I think we're gonna make one more big signing, and maybe one average signing before the end of the window. And I think Edu's just preparing us for that, because he could have easily done what Klopp did and just shut down signings. I think Klopp said, no more signings this summer. We've got Nunes and blah, blah, blah. Well, Edu had a chance to do that today, and it doesn't sound like we're stopping anytime soon. So I'm excited. Look, am I his biggest fan? Ask me at the close of the window, because if we get 2 more players, this could be one of the best windows we've had for many years. But if this is it, I'm livid, obviously. But 2 more, man, it's a madness. We're going to do bits next season.
Yeah, do me a favor, guys. Everyone, right now, like the goddamn video, share this in your WhatsApp groups, tell your friends about it, get everybody involved because we are live on EGTV, and I've just shared the link to get you guys involved. Right? I myself even forgot to share it across all my socials. But we're gonna have to talk about Pepe hinting that he's gonna be staying. We're gonna talk about Gakpo. We're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff. But the Ozil comments. Did you not see the Ozil comments, bro? The Ozil comments were so obvious. The Aubameyang Ozil comments that he made. It was just so obvious. I can't
What did
believe
he
he
say?
didn't know. Bro, he was
What did
speaking
he say?
about.
Because I haven't seen the interview. That's why.
Okay, I need to show you this part because this part was
Please.
the part that I was like, my blinkers opened up right away. I was like, "Ooh, I know who he's talking about in this moment in time when he says that." Uh, 1 second, let me just go back onto this. What the hell is going on? Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what happened there. I lost connection for a second. But Leno, we're gonna also talk about Leno, but I just want to show you this Ozil thing right here. Boom, here we go. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna put it on the big screen. So Edu, players on big salaries not performing, killing you. You need to clean up the squad and pay some considering the investment better than having a player blocking the pathway for another player. When he says something like that, am I crazy to think that this is?
Wow.
Am I crazy to think he's speaking about these two right there? He's speaking about them, bro. He's not speaking about
But
anybody
wait.
else.
But which players are they blocking, bro? They're not blocking
Look
anybody.
at this. Edu, when a player has a big salary and is not performing, he is killing you. Some we need to clean. So we needed to clean the squad, and if we had to pay some to go, I consider it an investment. It's better than having them blocking the pathway to another player. Bro, he is indirectly speaking
Okay.
directly about
If
Ozo.
he is, that's great PR for the club, in it, the way he's worded, to be honest. But we all know that the reasons why they left had nothing to do with blocking pathways from anyone. It's a good PR answer. Don't get it twisted, but I don't agree. If those are the players that he's hinting, I don't agree with the reasons. At the end of the day, I'm not going to be one of those fans that allows people to talk bad about Ozil. I think he was a great player. I just think he was a player that came to Arsenal at a time that they didn't build the team around him like they should have. I mean, he would have loved playing with Partey. Do you get what I'm saying? But he had to play with either Mikel Arteta or Francis Coquelin as his DM. So it was a bit of a mad one. Aubameyang, he won the FA Cup for us. So I don't like it if those comments are directed to them because it's not accurate. I don't know.
Hey, Muffins in the house, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
We got Ben in the house, and we got Tommy in the house. Please don't bring up Arteta today. First,
I'm going to talk about the game, man.
there's no, the game is way gone. We're not talking about the game
Edu
today.
and transfers, Tommy, today.
We're only talking about Edu's interview. So, guys, just before we go to your thoughts on Edu's interview, there's a lot of comments I need to get through. So I'm going to respect the comments in the chat. People saying hi, big up Iga. Oh, that was you, Muhsin. Big up Muhsin for the super chat. Big up to that. Range E45 saying Edu is very excited and surprise for us. Edu has a very special surprise for us. I don't know what that's going to be, but we're going to have to wait and see. Edu seems to be listening to the fans and saying the right things, but actions is the main thing bringing us to the top, like Jesus and players like Jesus and Zinchenko. I can't even speak. Zinchenko. Spence is very good since decent signing. I hear that. Kroenke is giving us cash now. Edu and Arteta make it happen. Igal, we already read that. Big up to you for that. Here's another one saying he said that in the interview. Big up to you, Tony. Always in the chat. Big appreciate it. Dortmund, that's probably Bellingham. We're gonna have to wait and see. Man said Haaland. He was either talking to a young center back that was under 21 or or old midfielder. We never know. No, it's not Haaland. For fuck's sake, wake up, Haaland. Ha ha ha. You never
No,
know,
but
man.
we're not saying we're signing Haaland. Like, we can make an inquiry about a player. Like,
You
calm
can
down.
speak
It's
to
not
a
crazy.
player, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes no sense why a player must agent talk about money, football, and how he fits, and ambition is more important than money. Big for everybody. Definitely do agree. Bellingham in the house. Could be Bellingham. You never know. Maybe Austin Mack was right. You never know. Think of their worst player. It's probably him. Defo not
Look at it.
the big
Look at
names.
his
I
username.
guarantee you.
Look
It's
at his
definitely
username.
not
That says it all,
Holland,
bro.
Jude. Yeah, you're just bantering, bro. Paqueta, Gakpo, we're gonna talk about them. So big up for that. Where are we at now? Yeah, so Aubameyang Ozil extended was decent once. They got lax, needed to make the exit. Definitely do agree. And Iga Pereira FC, big up to you, George, the Leicester fan. So yeah, let's go first to Muhsin. Muhsin, talk to me, bro. How you feeling? How you feeling about Edu's interview? When you've seen everything that Edu just said, the interview was very informative, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think he was saying all the right things, to be fair to him. What he said about when he was asked about Champions League qualification, I'm glad he didn't talk about Champions League and he was talking more about going to the next step and actually challenging City and Liverpool. That's what Arsenal fans want to hear. You know, they don't want to be hearing top four. They want to be hearing like challenging for the title. So when he was talking well, but we need action more than him speaking because it's easy to speak. Go get the deals done.
100%. It's always easy to speak, but you need to get that deal done. Ben, what do you think about the Edu's interview? Because I thought it was very informative. Edu was very well spoken, and once again, he's saying all the right things. I love to see it.
Yeah, he spoke well, didn't he? Very quite articulate in that way he speaks. Like, and I can imagine he's quite good at building relationships with people, you know, and stuff like that, you know, with agents and stuff. I thought it was quite interesting how he talked about Deco and his relationship with him, like, and that, you know,
That can help us in the
about
future.
the thing. How true that is, or whether that's the exact truth or not. That's, you know, everyone gives it. But I did like when he said about what's the ambitions? It's not top four. It's higher than that. I don't know why people are that surprised because whether people like Edu or not, he is an invincible. I think, as anyone said, he is an invincible. He is a winner himself. It was an important part of the Invincibles. Maybe not one of the main names. So he wants to win. He knows what winning feels like. So he's not coming to this thing to get top four. Even if we don't get it, he might not get higher than top four, but he's not coming in to just settle. And I do get a bit annoyed when you hear fans saying that the club isn't ambitious. I think it's just prove there that maybe there are definitely two people that are ambitious at the club, at least. Whether the rest are.
There you go. Then we're gonna go to Tommy. Tommy, what are you saying about Edu's interview?
Well, he's saying all the right things. Like he's just not bullshitting in it. But yeah, then obviously
I already hear the butt in Tommy's voice.
I want to challenge for titles again. That's the standard I set is to challenge for league titles in the next 3 to 5 years. But yeah, fair play to, because sometimes I don't trust what Edu says, like, but he knows he wants to win in it, like, because obviously, like I said, these the Invincibles, and like he's won league titles when he was a player. But yeah, he wants to win, obviously, but he's saying the right things. I know he's not chatting shit in it, but yeah, he's saying the right things, and that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, and when you hear stuff like his ambitions are not to go for fourth, but to go and chase the pack, that's what you want to hear, and I'm happy about it.
To chase Liverpool and Man City. That's what we all want, is to challenge for titles again.
There you go. We got Obi Mikel. What's going on, bro? He's on mute. Obi, Sydney.
Yo, hi guys.
Sydney, it's been a while. How you doing?
Yeah, it's been a while. So for me, Edu's interview was kind of an eye opener on certain things he said. For example, I think for we fans, most of the time when you hear fans, they go, "Oh yeah, I want Arsenal to be in top four," and for him to actually clarify that part and say it's not just top four, like you want to compete for something. And I think that's something most Arsenal fans fail to forget. Like Wenger towards his latter end did that top four, and then we felt, oh yeah, top four is an achievement. But to me, it's not. If you're gonna go into top four, I want you competing for the title. I want you winning silverware, FA Cup, Europa League, whatever it is. You're winning something, not just taking an attendance. Oh, top four, nah, not that. You can look at Spurs right now. They're in top four. What have they won so far? Nothing. Then you look at what he said about players in terms of uh I think I think Kunle was talking about him bad mouthing Ozil and Aubameyang. I don't think he was referring to Aubameyang because Aubameyang's situation is totally different. But Ozil, on the other hand, I have a problem there. Ozil's a great player. Yes, he was a great player. Sorry, but you look at Ozil lost his passion for football, I believe, after the World Cup with Germany. He drastically dropped. Like football was never his passion anymore after that, and you could tell his assist dropped, his goal tally dropped, everything about him just dropped. So for me, I can understand why he said that. It might not be accurate to you, but if you look at it from a bigger point of view, it was really making sense there. Then you talk about when he talked about Pepe, that one I felt like he shouldn't have gone that far because now you've kind of like we were looking for 20-25 million. Now you're talking about 15-10 million, which is kind of annoying right now. So he should have made that statement there. Then
Okay.
for transfers coming in terms of talking to players in Dortmund, honestly, it could be Haaland, it could be I don't know, it could be anybody. At this point, I don't really care. The person wasn't going to come, so I don't really care about it. I want to know what you're bringing in after that. So for me, I look forward to the signings that are coming in. Some people are saying most likely we're looking at 2 or 3 more players, which to me that would be great if we can. But I think it depends more on how many players we can sell. And I think not too long ago, I just read somewhere that Marseille's president is in London with having dinner with Saliba, which is kind of annoying right now. So I don't know what that means. And yeah, so for me, he's press. I think another thing we need to appreciate Edu on this is that we've not had a situation where a technical director comes out and says all these things to us as fans. He well on a normal day he doesn't have the right like he can choose not to tell us, but he did. And I like the openness that the club is having with fans as well. They don't need to let us know, but they're giving us a glimpse of what's going on, which is good. So now
But
I
wait,
was
Ugo. Sorry
yeah.
to interject. Like someone in the comment section mentioned something like this real quick. I'm not sure where it was, but do you not think this is actually the best time for them to do an interview like this? Off the back of a big win against Chelsea, we got Jesus and Zinchenko coming really, really swiftly. The fan base is getting a little bit a bit of unrest in the fan base about the transfer. So they do this now. I just hope it's not a thing where they're getting us excited now as a smokescreen, and then they don't end up signing any more players to the window. That's what I don't want to happen because this is the perfect time for them to come out, bro.
I think they're going to have to sign some players, and I
Yeah.
don't think this is just PR.
Yeah. So yeah, I can agree with you on the fact that this could be a PR. That's possible, but you have to look at what they've done so far till this point, right? Look at the players they've brought in, look at what they're planning to do, and look at the way the club has actually grown since everything. So yes, the timing does, give some little suspicion of, oh, this might be a PR stunt. Yes, but is there any atom of truth to what he's saying? I would say yes.
Obviously, time will tell between now and the end of the transfer window. I hope you're both right, and I'm just trolling right now. I hope that's what it is.
Yeah, I will say till September 1st, then we can talk again.
Okay. Moving on swiftly. Big up to everyone who's joined me so far. We've now spoken enough about the Edu interview. Big up to everyone. We're 40 minutes into the video. I might be even clipping this up. So if you've reached this far in the video, please do leave a like and subscribe on the video. And big up to every single one of you guys. We are not done. We still have more to come. Hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to comment your thoughts. Going through some of your comments, I don't know what's going on. Someone moving homes in the background. But first things first, we got a bunch of comments. Where did they go? I keep losing track of where the last comment was. But okay, truth. It's not sitting. I'm so confused. Sometimes you guys are having your own conversations.
Nah, also, so basically, King Cantona mentioned something about. He mentioned a comment about maybe the Haaland signing, and we kind of rubbished that. So he's like, we're in denial or whatever.
Okay. That's true. And then Raphinha, that was interesting. The Raphinha point, guys. Do you think we were ever really in for Raphinha? Because he basically said, if you're watching the video from the beginning, when speaking about Raphinha, he said we were speaking to him, but his agent told us the player wants to go to Barcelona, and that was kind of it. We just waited to see if there's anything else. But this whole thing about Leeds bid, this bid, I honestly think his agent might have just said we can use to Edu. Can we use Arsenal's name? And that's probably what happened, because
Look,
I don't think we actually bid 3-4 bids like they said.
Yeah, I don't think we bid 3-4 bids. I think the Raphinha thing was like Barca had an agreement. Then obviously Leeds didn't get relegated, and I'm sure Edu made an inquiry. So what does that mean about his Raphinha's price? And they're like, look, we're not sure if Barca can make the money in it. If they can't make the bid, you lot are on standby. But obviously, Barca do what Barca do whenever people say they broke. They somehow bring in players, and they brought him in. So it's one of them ones. But I don't think we ever bid for him. But I do believe there was a lot of interest, and we were kind of waiting to see what Barca will do, rather than jump the gun. Personally, but I could be just speculating.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Just moving on, Ben, you're gonna say something before we move on?
Yeah, an inquiry though. I mean, there might have been. We're a little bit interested. There are different ways of inquiring. Like I've heard, it could have just been a WhatsApp message. They might have sent a WhatsApp message to the director of Leeds United. I'm sure they've all got each other's numbers. It's not an official approach. You probably sent one to that message to Edu. You probably sent one to Leeds to go, oh, we're just looking at Raphinha. What sort of price you reckon you want to have? Not everything's got to be official. It could just been a casual conversation. Do you know what I mean? And I think a lot of that happens more than, as you're saying with Ireland. Maybe there was a WhatsApp message between, Edu and Ireland's agent. I'm sure they know each other. I'm sure they've got each other's numbers. So, there's a loose one, like a WhatsApp message or a Facebook message or whatever it is, and then there's an official way. We probably didn't do it the official way. We're going down the, just a little inquiries. That's how it happens, isn't it? So.
Okay. Keeping it moving on to the next topic, boys and girls. We're gonna get M started with this one. M, bro, your boy. I don't think you rate him that highly, but Gakpo has been linked to Arsenal again. Arsenal are interested in Gakpo. Interest in Gakpo is concrete. PSV are trying to keep him for one more year. Arsenal are willing to pay up to 40 million euros. So I'm going to get started with you, my guy. What are you saying? What do you think is going to happen with Gakpo to Arsenal? And are you interested in Gakpo to Arsenal? People in the comment section, let me know. Gakpo to Arsenal, are you interested? Let me know. Would you take Gakpo to Arsenal? But yeah, that's the rumor right now, bro. What are you saying?
I wouldn't take Gakpo because I just want better, man. I just want better. I think there's better options out there as well. There's players in the Premier League.
Who do you want?
Pedro Neto, Jared Bowen. You could even say those two players. Sane as well, but Sane's a bit too ambitious. A bit too ambitious for the current Arsenal. I don't think they'd go for Leroy Sane. If they do, they'd prove me wrong. And I'd love that. Leroy Sane.
I would get Arteta on the back of every Arsenal shirt if that happened. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I wouldn't go that far, but I would. I would praise him if he managed to get Sane because I think
okay. Let me just go quickly. Thumbs up or thumbs down for Gakpo for 40 million euros. I think 40 million is not that much. And if he doesn't work out, is it a big risk? Some people are saying it's a big risk. Some people are saying they don't want Gakpo. What about you, Nigerian Englishman? What are you saying, Kunle?
Look, it's not as easy as thumbs up, thumbs down. If Gakpo means we're gonna get a winger in, then get him in. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I don't want a situation where we keep Pepe and then get no winger in. So if it's with either keep Pepe or get in Gakpo, get me Gakpo. But the player. If I had to choose in that second tier of transfer signings, just like M was saying, Premier League proven. Everyone keeps cooking me for this, but you guys don't sleep on him. Trossard, 25 mil. Slap that on Brighton's head top. Boom. can play on both wings. That's who I
I
rate.
rate Trossard anyway. I actually rate him quality player, man. Under
So guys, do you guys agree? Is it a thing where we're putting people in the chat? Let me know if you agree with this statement. Pepe out, Gakpo in.
No.
No?
No. I'd rather keep Pepe.
I haven't watched it.
I think
I haven't really watched much on Gakpo.
Who said they'd rather keep Pepe? Who said that? Show yourself.
I said that. I'd rather keep Pepe than Gakpo.
But don't get me wrong, Pepe, I love the guy, yeah, but he's giving the ball away so many times every time this guy comes on this guy, man. And
Hey, listen, Pepe's happy, man. He said,
me, man.
All right,
he said it on his Insta. He's happy.
I'm gonna make I'm
I've
glad
lost
you
faith in
brought up the
Pepe
Insta
now. I've
statement.
lost faith in him.
Hold on, good. I'm glad you brought up the statement on Instagram. That I saw it too, and I won't lie to you. The first thing I did was nearly end up in tears after I read that. I was like, this means that he might be staying. Like, what's going on? Because look, a player is telling me that he's happy and he's working on things, but yet in all the preseason games I saw him play, I didn't see anything new. I didn't see that he's been working. He's still doing them dwelling on the ball and taking too many touches and always using his left foot. He's still doing the same thing. In the States, he looked disinterested. True, say he had a free kick saved, and that's about it. Pepe is a joke. Sorry,
that's what Pepe does, though, isn't it? The problem with Pepe is when he's good, he's really good, but he's not good enough for the time. When he's off it, he's awful. Like Saka, if he's off it, he's still in the game. He's still lethal. He's still got opportunities.
Yeah, I'd agree with that as well.
Pepe doesn't do that.
Oh, I got a question for M.
There's no in between, and he's not good enough for the time.
Saka was poor against Chelsea, and he still scored. I think he was.
Exactly.
Saka wasn't that good against Chelsea. It was very, very.
Yeah, but he still got a goal, and
he still scored.
He still made things happen, didn't he? He's still putting effort into the game. Yeah. Whereas I think, as you say, he looks disinterested, Pepe. And he might be putting stuff on. It don't matter what he puts on Instagram or whatever he puts on. A lot of them put that on there because he might end up staying because he might not be able to get a club. And does he want to go? I want to go, and then he's going to get all the fans on his back, and he's going to. It's not what you want to see.
I can't defend him anymore because I can't defend him anymore because he's been given the ball away too many times. That's what annoys me about him.
So, why would you want to keep Pepe? What's your reason for keeping Pepe?
The reason I'd keep Pepe is because I think when this guy gets somewhat of a game time, like a consistent run, I think he does well. Like, look at last season. I think he was our top goal scorer. I think this season he's been totally frozen out and he's got no confidence. Can you tell me Pepe played even 4 or 5 games in the Premier League this season in a row? I don't think he did.
Okay, wait. So let me address what you just said now. So the season where he was a top goal scorer was mainly goals in the Europa League. That's number one. Number two, if you're asking if he had consistency in terms of game time, he did have that. They gave him the opportunity to do so. But guess what? He didn't pull trees with that. He made mistakes, especially in the Premier League. Hence why he's not trusted.
No, but that's my point. When he had a consistent
let me just bring this into
he started scoring a lot of goals.
Let me talk about this while we're talking about it. Is Pepe staying?
He's not.
He's staying.
What kind of bullshit
that basically confirms he's happy to be a backup. He's happy to be a backup to Saka next season.
Okay, let's analyze this.
He's not happy to be a backup. He's not that sort of character. I think he wants to be centre of attention. He wants to be the main man. He's not going to want to be second.
He knows he's not better than him, so he can.
So
he knows he's not better than him.
You don't know that. In his head, he probably thinks he's a lot better than Saka.
Okay, so let's even analyze what he said. He said he has changed a lot of things.
Just to ask everyone in the comment section, looking at this message, it does look like a hint that Pepe will be staying. Do you believe Pepe will be staying? Let me know in the comment section right now if you believe Pepe will be staying. People saying Pepe would do well in the MLS. We don't know. He did bad versus Orlando. People saying Gakpo is a hustler. He runs through brick walls. 100% Gakpo. But enough about Gakpo. Is Pepe staying, guys? Look at this message. I work hard during the summer. Change a lot of things. I'm focused and determined with Arsenal and my teammates.
Okay, I'm just going to trash this statement here. Number one, this is a PR stunt. That's number one. Number two, he said he's changed a lot of things. Now, if you're focused on Arsenal, and you worked hard during the summer. I don't see him bulked up. I don't see any physical changes. Then the next one I'm going to ask is, why the hell will you change your what do you call it, your agent? If you're changing your agent, that has nothing to do with the club. That doesn't has nothing to do with your performance, pretty much. That just tells me you want to get out of the club. You're looking for someone to get you out of the club. So that's the way it is. So he's leaving. That is just a PR stunt, just like, oh, just in case I don't get anybody to pay 20, 25 million, please like me, and that's it. He's not staying.
Nobody's
Okay.
buying Pepe. Nobody's
Pick up
buying
the
Pepe.
Pepe in the comment section. This is my favorite Pepe. but we
You
got
go.
Pepe. 1 second. Pepe gotta go. He's rubbish. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Really do appreciate it. Big up to everyone in the chat. We're gonna get to your chats in a second. I'm gonna bring them up as we can. Go ahead, Kunle. You're gonna say something?
I said anyone that wants to pick Pepe, in the words of Deji, they don't want peace. They want problems. That's what they want.
There you go.
Straight
We
up,
got
because he's
Ozzy
a
here.
problem.
Ozzy,
Yo,
you're
big up
smiling.
everyone, man.
My
What
God.
you
Nah,
saying?
bruv, it's just
Yeah,
if
man.
they say slander, like for me, I want this guy gone, man.
Bro,
But
what's with the light in your room?
we
What's
get
with the
offered
light in your
15
room?
million by Seville, man. Come on, man. They're taking the piss.
Bro, are you in a nightclub? What is that?
Yeah, for real, man's got the blinkers on.
You're gonna give people a seizure, bro. Be careful.
No, you know what it is? You know what it's for me? Yeah, I don't like sitting in the light in it, so I have my TV on, and it's just the light from the TV.
Bro, turn the TV off.
It's that electricity bill.
Bro, turn the light off, bro.
You know,
Turn the
energy prices are high right now. You get me?
Yeah, man.
Okay. So that's what it is. No worries, bro. Let's just ask everybody. Ben, you keeping Pepe, or do you think you're selling him? But do you think he's staying? Because I think this was a cryptic message, and he was going to end up staying.
I think he should be sold, but if he stays, he could do a job in the Europa League.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
Tommy?
I'm saying as well. That's his competition. He loves that competition.
1 second, Em. We know your opinion on this. Tommy, he's gonna
Well,
say Pepe.
you know what? I can't defend him anymore because every time he comes on in preseason, he just gives the ball away too many times. I'm thinking this guy is just a fraud, bro. But I think he'll stay. But like I said, I can't defend him anymore, and I've lost faith in him because he's shit, bro. Like 72 million, 3 years, and he's done shit for me. He's done fuck all. But yeah, I guess we're keeping him. But like I said, I can't defend this guy anymore. He's shit.
Okay. Tommy has completely gone off the Pepe.
He's better than Marquinhos, and he's better than Reece Nelson as well. So I don't know.
I'll give Nelson a
Wait.
chance. Nelson,
Bro, that was
wait, hold on.
That was brutal. Some
Hold on.
people said.
M.
1 second.
M.
1 second.
Sorry.
We're gonna go to Sydney. Sydney, talk to me. What are you saying?
Pepe is going. He's not staying. There's no two ways. Like I said, that comment on Instagram was just a publicity stunt, PR, just in case whichever club is looking out for him doesn't come. That's just it. In terms of, I think M said something about you mentioned Marquinhos and Nelson. Honestly, if I look at the preseason, did Pepe score this preseason? He didn't. Nelson scored. Marquinhos was more.
Are we going to look at preseason now? Are we actually going to look at preseason?
No. Hold on.
Listen to what he's saying. Listen to what he's
Hold
saying.
on. I'm using the preseason because you called two players, and we're looking at preseason and looking at what they've done so far. Now, if we look at Nelson and where he went on loan, he did well pretty much. Pepe and Arsenal, he didn't do well. Preseason, Pepe was just, again, not interested. He didn't score any goal. He didn't create any assists. But Nelson scored. He created stuff. Marquinhos, on the other hand, only played one game, and from that one game, you could see what he brings. He was physical. He was strong. He was holding his ground. He wasn't a player that can easily bully, and he was losing the ball anyhow. No, he was running back, going forward as well. But Pepe wasn't, like, I don't know how to explain this, because when I see people who say Pepe, yes, Pepe is good. Now, you're telling me the only reason why I should keep him is because we're in the Europa League. Okay, now, if let's say group stages, he plays group stages, he scores 10, 15 goals in group stages, right? So what happens when we go into quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals? Would you start Pepe? The answer is hell's no. So at the end of the day, it's not worth it. You might as well let him go. I'll give that chance to Marquinhos or Nelson to say, yeah, go ahead. That's just the
That's
honest
what I'm
truth.
saying, Hugo. Hugo, you've been too generous with your analysis, man. The first thing I'll just tell M is look at the two players you called to compare Pepe with, Marquinhos and Nelson. That's a 72 million pound player. That's who we're calling to say he's better than.
No, but that's
not
the
even
other
embarrassed
two
about
right-sided wingers we have in the squad.
Hey, yo,
Bro,
guys,
I would
that's
rather
enough.
give my.
That's
Reece
enough,
Nelson's still young. He's only
guys.
22.
That's enough Pepe talk for one day.
Yeah, he got way too much
Free
airtime.
Pepe, man. Free
I
Pepe.
think
Yeah.
I
Free
think we're doing
Pepe.
people's heads in, guys. Please, everyone mute themselves for a second.
What?
Big up all the people in the comment section. They would rather Reece Nelson. No way, Pepe must go. People saying
I'm keeping Reece over Pepe, man.
People saying big up Egal. Big up to me all the time. That's what you guys are saying. People, big up the panelists too, man. They needed some love too. We got Kunle, Ozzy, we got M, we got Tommy, we got Sydney. Big up them too, guys. Come on. Some of you guys, show them some love. Also, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're not done. We still got a lot to talk about. Next, we're going to talk about Fabrizio Romano coming out of nowhere, saying, taking a picture. This guy, bro, he actually kills me. You know what he did, guys? Let me show you what he did. Also, David Ornstein has become a Chelsea reporter lately. I don't know what's going on. He reports on Chelsea more than Arsenal. But moving on to what Fabrizio Romano spoke about. Let me show you guys. So Fabrizio Romano spoke about this. This is Saliba's agent in London meeting with the Marseille president. So this is what Fabrizio Romano. Can you guys see what I'm showing you?
Mm.
Yeah,
So Olympic Marseille president Pablo Longoria, however you say his name, was in London tonight and met with Saliba's agent for dinner. Arsenal are considering Saliba as an important part of the team. I am pleased to see the way he is playing, and he is already a top player, Arteta said. I don't think this has anything to do with a transfer away from Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think this has anything to do with a transfer away from Arsenal. Understand that Olympic Marseille have just signed another center back from Saliba's agency. So under his books. So they already have a well-known relationship. This could mean nothing. This could have no inkling to deal with a deal for Saliba to Marseille. And Arsenal have made it clear. Arsenal have made it clear that they have no inkling to sell the player. They are going to be working on a new deal. And what I say to Saliba, sign the contract, big boy, sign the contract. But that's pretty much it, man. I don't think there's no legs to this. Guys, I don't think anyone should be worried. Fabrizio Romano did report it. Yes, Fabrizio Romano did say this. But just because Fabrizio Romano reported that the player agent met with the guys, former clubs for dinner, doesn't mean he's going to now be moving to Marseille. If he would have inclined that, he would have probably mentioned it. But at this moment in time, Arsenal are very happy with the player, and we will be keeping William Saliba at home, in my opinion.
Yeah. So you got a quick notice on this, because for me, the agent meeting the president has, like, I don't think he's leaving. That's one. But two, here's another thing. Like you just said, the same agent sold them a different player for the same position. So that tells me one thing. It means that agent has multiple players in his books. Multiple players that the president were like, hey, I'm thinking about this striker on your books. What do you think? Well, I'm thinking about that person. So at the end of the day, Saliba isn't going anywhere. And in terms of the deal, from what I've read so far on Instagram and Twitter, I think he has signed it. They're just waiting for what's his name? Hector to leave so that they can officially announce, because he's going to be wearing the number 2 jersey.
I do you know what? I agreed with everything up until that last part, Hugo. Now, because the reason why I'm nervous, I think me and you guys spoke about it last week. The reason why I'm a bit nervous about the Saliba thing is I believe he's come back to Arsenal with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder because of how he thinks he left. I don't think he saw what we saw in terms of go and get minutes, go and be in your environment. Let's clean up what's going on at Arsenal. I think he just thought it as Arteta doesn't rate him. So if I'm him, he maybe thinks right now, look, I've just been French Young Player of the Year in France. I'm now a capped for France. And now you lot are on my D. Now you're on me. Now you're telling me I'm this, that. No, it doesn't work like that. So I believe he's looking at, okay, they've told me that I'm the guy. Let's see the first 6 months of the season, what you lot are saying. How many games am I starting? Do you get what I'm saying? And then I believe we could get an announcement more. I don't see us getting an announcement till like January, personally. I would rather your theory be right. Don't get me wrong, Hugo. But I just think with the dynamics, I just think Saliba's waiting to see, am I actually important in this team, or are they just gassing me up?
So I can dispute your analysis by saying, look at what Arteta said when he said there is no promise to any player that you're going to start, right?
Exactly, which
The
is
the
gives me
best,
even more concern.
yeah, no. But look at what he said then. He now added the best players will get more minutes, and throughout this preseason, who got more minutes amongst all the centre backs? Saliba did. So if you wanted to persuade him to say, "Hey, you are my man," that's enough sign to tell you are my man. Like there's no two ways about it. And every single time they've asked him about him, he has come out saying, "Hey, he's a top player now. His maturity is what I wanted. Like he has gotten everything I want to see as a centre back." And he might not. I think Saliba right now, if he's smart enough, I want to believe he is. You went out on loan to France. You became the best young, according to Babs, he calls him Mbappe of centre backs. That's fine. But here's the thing. For me, I remember when people were arguing why did we send him out on loan, and I looked at them like, look at this thing. This is the boy that lost his mom, if I'm not mistaken. We went through the COVID situation. We sent him out on loan, and then some people were like, okay, why during the period when we didn't send him on loan, why didn't he register? And I'm like, remember there was a statement that came out that he was supposed to go out on loan, but the club who was supposed to sign him failed to do so. Hence why he wasn't registered. So it wasn't on Arsenal's fault or anything like that. But that being said, they rectified that and still sent him out on loan still. Now he went to France. He made mistakes in France, no doubt, even in the Nations Cup team. But he's learning from that, and he came back in preseason and he has stepped up. Now, and even when you look at the way he's talking, and look at the way he carries himself. I think in the interview they asked him. He said, I'm coming back to Arsenal. Arsenal is my team. I love what the fans are doing. I want to show what I can for the fans as well. So I think if anything at all, even if he doesn't want to do it for the manager, he want to do it for the fans because nobody's slacking him off. Nobody, like every fan wants to see him on that field, and he performed excellently well. Like there was no fault in every single thing he did throughout preseason, and he got more minutes ahead of Holding, ahead of Marí, ahead of
Look at the
White.
first two players you mentioned.
No. But those are the players we have right now. That's my point. Those are the players we have.
And Ugo, you're right. But could he also look at it like this? Look, I already know Gabriel. I already know Ben White. I've not seen Saliba with this team. I need to see more of him in preseason. Your point could be right too, but that could also be another, because I've not seen enough of William because he's still not made his Arsenal debut, so he's kind of a new signing anyway.
Yeah, true. But then I can ask you this: that there are so many hints in social media. I think even we fans sometimes we get spoiled with social media. But I've looked at how he came into Arsenal. When he came back from holiday, the first thing he does, he comes into Arsenal's London Colney, and then his agent is there with his videographer and all that crap, right? Showing the signature room and all that. Now, let me ask you this: why would you do that if you're not going to sign a contract?
That's true.
That's number one. Why would you do that? There was no point in doing that. You might as well just go straight to training ground, train your shit, and say, "Oh yeah, we are good, and move on." But you do that and then post it. So for me, the reason why I said I feel like he has the number 2 jersey, because if you look at the Arsenal.com, the number 2 is on his jersey, not the 12. And the only reason why that contract has not been announced is out of respect to Bellerin. Bellerin is not out of the club yet. Once he goes, you're going to hear the announcement, "Hey, William Saliba, number 2." That's it. And I believe
Saliba, you're right. I'm with it. I'm with that theory. I'll go with it, but I'm not sure, Sha.
Yeah, see, for me, I'm confident William Saliba is staying. He's not going anywhere. If at all, he will sign a contract, and if he has to leave, I think any club right now that wants William Saliba after signing that contract would have to pay whatever we ask for. Because guess what? He has raised his profile to that point where no club can come and say, "Oh, we'll just give you like 30 million." Are you crazy? No. That's the honest truth. And he knows that, because any club who wants to come for him will value him to the point that they can even say, "You know what? Fuck it. Arsenal, we're going to give you 80 million. We're taking Saliba." And you know what? We don't want 80, 190. And that club has to step up because they know the value of that player. And he knows his value. And that's also a fact. So the way I see it, he has signed that deal.
Okay. Moving on, guys, because I feel like there's enough about Saliba. Just to let everyone know, we have 55 of you guys in the chat right now. Come on, you guys can do much better than that. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We only have like what is it? Where is this likes? Where are these likes at? We only have 45 likes. I know there's a bunch of people who probably left the stream that have liked the stream. A lot of people in the stream right now who haven't already liked it. So please do that. Ozzy, Bill, what did I say, Bill? Ben, we got my guy, African Gooner in the house. I'm terrible with names, guys. I'm sorry. I always mess this up. But we're now going to talk.
Where's African Gooner, bro? Where is he?
Where's African Gooner? He's sleeping, bro. He is too late. It's too late for him at this time. But we're going to talk about Leno now, guys. Let's talk about Leno. Where is it? Leno, here we go. So the Leno situation is pretty straightforward. Leno to Fulham is getting closer, around £8 million being discussed with Arsenal, and seems to be lower than the valuation that we originally agreed that we would have wanted to sell him for. What do you guys think? £8 million for Leno.
This is classic Arsenal getting bullied in the transfer market.
Man, this is reminding me of that Gibbs deal when West Brom or whoever it was, they bid like 10 million. We said no, and
yeah, I was about to say that
they sold him for 7. Wasn't it agreed 10 million and Arsenal wanted 12, and now it's 8 million? Like, what is this shambles here, man?
Well, Leno
correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard it was agreed. I heard they bid 10 million. Arsenal said they wanted 12.
Well, that's
now all of a sudden we're hearing it's 8 million. If I'm wrong, someone correct me. But that's what
I think it started off. They wanted to give us 10 million. Arsenal wanted 15, and then somehow they were trying to wrap up to like 12, and Arsenal still insist on 15. So for me, I don't think this 8 million is accurate. There could be some add-ons that raises it up to, like, I don't know, maybe 10 million or even to 12 in person, because the truth about it is Fulham, they're not stupid, number one. They're trying to pressure us to sell because, hey, he is on 1-year contract. He's definitely not going to sign an extension, no doubt. But then again, you have to ask yourself, Arsenal will have to say, okay, you know what? This is a German goalkeeper. He's our first choice goalkeeper by default, if only his passing was good. But hey, his passing isn't that good. Hence Ramsey was playing, but he's still our number 1 goalkeeper. So if you want to buy him, pay the 15 million. Now, they know what they're getting. He's going to save them. Possibly he might keep them from getting relegated again, hopefully. But they have to pay that money. So for me, I don't think the 8 million is accurate. I think there might be some add-ons or some clause added to it.
Let me tell you the situation. Fulham latest offer is 7 million up front with 3 million add-ons, so 10 million straight up, which was straight up rejected. No update since, but they are motivated that it will get done. That's what James Benji said, right? Then meanwhile, Ben Jacobs said Arsenal want at least 15 million plus add-ons for Brent Leno. So this is also with appearances, related add-ons, based on if they survive from relegation, stuff like that. So in my opinion, this deal will get done eventually. It's just how much and if it will be majority in add-ons or majority up front, where, as you can see, we had a 10 million pound offer turned down, but Aussie, we were only guaranteed 7 million from that offer. So maybe this new offer could be 8 million up front with like another 3-4 add-ons as it originally was. As
long as them add-ons don't mean that they've got to stay up for us to get them add-ons, because we're never going to get them add-ons because Fulham's business plan is to go like Norwich's, is to go up and down for them balloon payments. So you don't know why it's 8 million. You know, Leno could have leaned on the club. You know, that's what happens, isn't it? When a player really wants to go, he goes to the club and goes, I'm going to kick up a stink. And it's rather better have him out of the club for 8 million than him stopping around the club, not training properly, not doing and being disruptive in the dressing room, which I don't think he would do anyway. But you know, and how much is it going to cost us if we keep him on his wages for a whole year and let him go for free? I don't know how much that is. That could come up to 8 million. So better getting rid of him for 8 million. And how many third choice keepers? Because he's the third choice keeper now. Whatever everybody says, he's the third choice keeper now. How many third or second choice keepers go for more than 10 million quid? None. So
sorry, you say how many third or second?
Well, either. Either there's
How
not
many
many
German
second.
internationals, though? How
Okay,
many German
I'm going to remind you about Martinez though. Martinez left for 20 million plus. He was
That's
second
slightly
choice.
different because that's slightly different because he just won an FA Cup and he was the first choice for a while because Leno was out by default. So
Only
let's
slightly different.
be slightly different, you know.
No, but if you look at the amount of games he
We
played
shouldn't have
that
sold
season,
Emmy in the
Ben,
first
like,
place.
he probably played 15 games that season, and we got 22 million for him. So I hear you, but like he's a German international. He was our first team goalkeeper last season.
He's not German international first choice though, is he?
1 second. Let me ask the people in the comment section. If you want to sell Leno, would you take less than 10 million for Leno? And when I say less than 10 million, I mean less than 10 million, but add-ons to try to get to 10 million. So would you take 10 million or 10 million plus 10 million including add-ons? So that's 8 million plus add-ons. So you have a choice. How much do you want to sell Leno for? I don't care. My thing is, I think we're too particular about 2 to 3 million. Guys, in football, 5 million is nothing. Absolutely nothing. His wages. 1 second. His wages is more than what we're getting. So in my opinion, you're getting his wages off the books and you're getting the money that would pay for his wages. So you're basically getting equivalent to 20 million because his wages are 8 million for the year. You're receiving 8 million plus you're getting add-ons. So you're saving money and you're getting his wages off the and you're getting money and you're getting his wages off the books. So overall, for a third goalkeeper at this point, because we have so many goalkeepers, we don't need that many goalkeepers. Get rid of him. We have Matt Turner in. We have Ramsdale in. I'm not worried about the quality of goalkeeper at this moment in time. I'm just saying we cannot have that many first team players. And also, why do we have another foreign player in the team that's not going to play? We need to get rid of him so we can put more of our foreign players in the team.
Matt Turner's not a quality goalkeeper.
Thank you. So is that Ozzy? Is that you that said that?
No, that's me.
But I agree. I agree.
Matt
Turner,
he's made mistakes.
And this whole thing
shook.
Matt Turner's the American number one, isn't he? So he's not as bad as what everyone makes him out to be. He's only had He's only had 2 or 3 games.
Ben, you're right.
He's not as bad as people make out.
The number one.
But hold on. He's not as bad as people make out for sure. But Ben, honestly, over the first 2 games you've seen him play for Arsenal, how has he looked? Honestly.
Shocking.
Mate, I don't think he's looked as shaky as he's not been as assured as what others, but he's a second choice goalkeeper. Going to most teams, second choice goalkeeper, go to Man City or go to Liverpool or any of those, second choice keeper, would you have them in your net?
He's got
there's only PSG who stack up good goalkeepers. He's a second choice goalkeeper that will play in Europa League at least, and he'll play against the crapper teams. He won't be playing against He won't be in the net for majority of the games next year. We might not even see him in the net next year. We might not do. We don't. It's just there's no. You cannot get a really decent goalkeeper is going to come and sit on the bench to do nothing. If you're a decent goalkeeper, you're better off than going and playing first team football at Fulham. You're not going to do it. So we all want a world class second choice keepers, but it's not reality. You've got to. That's not the way it is. Matt Turner is good enough to be a second goalkeeper. That's all.
He is, but in a few games, you can't. How can you not save those goals, then, man? He was all over the place against Nuremberg.
Is it just him? Or is it just his fault for those goals? Or did he could have done better? Nearly every single goal that ever goes in, something better could have happened, right? But did his defense help him out? What defense did he have in front of him?
No, if he had help him out, I want him to do well. Who did he have in front of him?
Who did he have in front of him?
Better though. You should be saying.
But who did he have in front? Who did he have in front of him? He had Marí, he had Holding, he had Cedric, and he had Tavares. If I had them, I'd
That's
be
not the
shaking like
point.
a
He looked shocking
shitting
in a
dog.
pre-season
I
game.
agree.
I would. He might be
In
shocking,
a
but
pre-season
you
game, he
put
was
him,
shocking.
you put him in a defence with Saliba. You put him in with Gabriel. You put him in with
We did. He
Tierney.
did play
You
a
put him
game
in
with
with
them lot.
Tommy.
He's had a game
And
with
he was,
them lot.
and did he let a goal in?
I feel like Tavares is
Did he
not
let a goal
being
in?
coached
No.
properly for
So I'm
me.
happy with that.
Okay, look, I hear what Ben's saying. I hear, but my issue is two of his first couple of games for Arsenal was in America. I thought if anywhere he's going to be confident to play football, it's going to be there, and I didn't see that just yet. Look,
If anywhere he's in front of his home crowd, he's going to be even more nervous, is he not? I'd be more nervous.
True.
I
Second time, innit?
I mean, at the end
Can
of
I
the
just
day,
say
innit,
Ramsey
just-
will
But
get
like I
injured
said,
last
he
he's
season.
here
should
to
have saved
stay in
those
it,
goals
so
for
we
me.
got to put up
Should
with
be
him
doing better.
regardless.
There's only Arsenal fans who can argue about a second goalkeeper. You know what I mean?
Do you know what?
No other fans can do that.
But
They will
listen,
keep
coming
it.
from
We get our second choice
Ronison,
anyway.
I mean, coming
Like
from
Matt
having
Turner.
Ronison as second goalkeeper, don't
We've
fill
come a
you
long
with
way.
Look
confidence.
at Ronison. Ronison is shit anyway, bro. Awful. Ronison, man.
Exactly. He is.
Shit.
I won't have him as a second. I'll go with
Let's
that.
not
bro.
give that Ronison more than 10
Ronison's
seconds.
a
on the
clown.
pitch.
Shit.
Keep it
Clown,
pushing.
bro.
So people,
He's a clever bloke. He's on 40-odd thousand pound a year for nothing.
long story short, you guys don't really give a shit about the money. Some people want to keep him as a second goalkeeper.
I just don't like being disrespected in the transfer window. That's my issue. Sell him, innit?
Yeah.
I just don't like the disrespect.
Well,
in the
Leno.
transfer window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving
I don't think
on.
Leno's that good anyway.
Okay. Moving on.
He's
from
better than
Leno.
Matt Turner. That's the point.
But you know, with
Yeah.
Leno, he gets
So if you're replacing a second choice goalkeeper, you have to replace him with someone who's just as good as him, if not better.
No, you're
And
not
Matt
gonna.
Turner's not.
I know.
Leno's too good
But
to be a second
Leno's not that
to
good either.
goalkeeper.
Shit, he's not that good. Leno.
No, but
Oh,
Ben
man.
said
in their post.
I won't lie. Ben made a really big comment, and I'd say the best second keeper in the Premier League is probably Tottenham's second keeper, isn't it? Other than that, who really has any kind of real quality second keepers, bro?
Man City
I'd
don't
keep
really.
him for another year and let him
Man
move on.
City's backup keeper is horrible, bro. He's
Stefan's not even that good.
Yeah, Chelsea have the
Stefan's
most.
not even that good for Man City.
Chelsea have the
Stefan, he's
most
shit, bro.
backup keeper in the world.
true.
Liverpool second
Name
keeper's
again?
good.
And he
Kelleher.
cost them 70 million.
Yeah.
Liverpool second keeper's good, man. Kelleher, he's quality.
Big up the keepers getting a full 15 minutes to talk about them. Big up the keepers.
Yo, people, let's talk about. Is there much to talk about
Goalkeeper
Tavares?
Union must be loving this right now.
Is there much to talk about Tavares? Because I seen this and I was like, let's talk about it quickly.
I feel like
Tavares-
he needs to be coached
Tavares-
properly for me.
Tavares is set to go on loan to Atlanta. So what are we saying about Tavares, guys?
For me, it don't bother me. If he goes, he goes. If he
Yeah.
doesn't, he doesn't.
It's true. I feel like because he's only 22. I feel like he's not coached properly, man. For me, I feel like he's not coached properly.
Why are we wasting time? Can we just sell him? Just sell him, innit? Why are we wasting time? And just sell him.
I feel like this manager's
nah,
not
slap-
coaching him properly, man.
Slap a 30 million price tag on him and just sell him.
No, but
He's
they
not good
don't
enough.
want another Guendouzi situation.
How is he not coached? How is he not coached properly? Where he coaches Saka properly, he coaches all the other
Yeah,
youngsters
I
properly,
feel
but
like
he's not coaching him properly.
I
You
feel
think
like
he
this
does it
manager-
different?
I feel like this manager can't coach him properly because he doesn't. He just can't. He just can't, man.
Well,
That's why he's not been doing
it's
well.
It's funny at Man
Like, this
City
manager
that
can't
he
coach him properly, man.
he
Yeah.
coached Sterling better. He coached all these players at Man City better, and he can't coach Tavares. Tavares is just a young player that hasn't got his end product properly. Atlanta is a good club for him to go to because they're quite an attacking side, aren't they? For an Italian side.
Ben, I think we started on a rough note, but we're seeing eye to eye now. Like that Atalanta thing just makes a bag of sense. They're really good with the wing backs. The Italian league is strong for defending, and that's one of the things he needs to work on. So spend a full year over there with the hardest defenders in probably European football.
Yeah.
That's perfect for him. Come back, and he'll be more astute. I love it. I don't want to lose him, and then he goes
Oh, he's
on
going to be
be a
worth money.
player. Because there's a player in there, bro. Facts.
Listen, I don't know what you mean by coach properly in the sense, because it's not like he's been with us for like 5 years. It's pretty visible. His defense.
Miguel, you know the reason
Yeah, but I'm
behind
saying,
Thomas's
why,
statement.
No,
You know the
Tom,
reason.
what am I
Tom,
saying?
listen,
Yeah,
Tom, listen to what
I'm saying this manager's not getting the best out of him, and that's not good enough in my eyes, mate.
This is a manager issue. It has nothing to do with Tavares.
Okay, this has
No,
nothing to do
no,
with
it's not the
Tavares.
manager issue. I just feel like he's not getting coached properly.
One second.
Eyes.
One second. So if we had a better manager, Tavares would be better right now.
He would be, bruv. He'll be balling under like an Ancelotti or whoever.
Okay, let's stop.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's get it, because that's not gonna go anywhere with this.
Just sell him, and then this conversation can be over. It's easy.
Okay. Lucas
Fair enough,
Paqueta. Lucas Paqueta. I heard the rumors of Lucas Paqueta has basically been poo-pooed by Edu. Have you guys seen this? Edu Gaspar basically came out, and when he was speaking about Paqueta, he basically said something across the lines like, he's a great player, this is that, but I'm not. It was an interview just before the game against Chelsea the other day, where there was a video of him on Brazilian TV, and he was speaking about the game, and Edu said something across the lines like, we like the player, big fan, but at this moment in time, we don't see us signing another midfielder or something like that. We're a big admirer of the guy. This is that, but we're not interested. So let me just show you guys this. This is where
best news I've heard today, bro. Best news I've heard today.
What?
Lucas Paqueta's quality.
That we're not signing Paqueta, man. Best news I've heard today, bro. That we're not.
We need to hurry up and get him, man. Stop.
Colin, why is that the best news for you?
Guys. Let me just read it. I'm very basically he's saying I'm very suspicious or hypothetical. I don't know. The translation is confusing me.
It's definitely weird translation.
As a big fan of Lucas Paqueta, I am considered the best player in France last season. There is nothing, but there's nothing there. No talks. But I'm a big admirer of him. And then he also went on to say, today, the midfield position, very well served, and that is it. So he's saying we're very well served in the midfield position. We might be signing another midfielder.
I mean, if you look at the squad, we've got 7 midfielders.
What?
Brother, like we don't need the profile of Paqueta. That's Hugo. That's my. If we have the luxury, we can sign a luxury player. Sign a Paqueta, but we don't need that mold of a player. We need like a Tielemans, Milinkovic-Savic, that sort of box-to-box side of midfielder. Paqueta isn't that guy. He's very flair-wise, coming from League. I personally don't want him. If we didn't have Odegaard or we didn't sign Vieira, then yeah, throw him in there, innit? But we do have those players.
I do agree with that point, but at the same time, I'm looking at it as saying, isn't it possible to have Paqueta, Tielemans, and a wide forward as well? That's 3 players in there. Because if I'm not mistaken, Tielemans will cost us 25. And from what I'm hearing about Paqueta, they're saying it's going to lower to like 35. Then the wide forward, if you're looking at Cody Gakpo, that's pretty much 40. Or you want to go with the Trezeguet guy you're talking about, which is 25. So at the end of the day, you can get all 3 of them, which is going to cost you roughly 70 million. But then again, the comment he made on Instagram, I look at it as 2 ways, because he made the same comment along the lines of Yuri Tielemans. When they asked him about it, he says not talking about it. So he pretty much brushed that up, which tells me somehow that is going to get done. But in terms of Paqueta, he's pretty much saying, yeah, he's an admirer, but there's no conversation there. To me, that could be possible that there's no conversation, but definitely not with the player, but definitely with the club. But with the player, they probably will have a conversation like, hey, are you interested? You want to come over? What do you think about the project? Da. And then I will go forward. But
Hugo,
at the end of the
don't if you had to pick between, because you know our club now, they support Arsenal for years now. We don't do stuff like
I feel like we need
are not
another
going to
striker
sign
as well.
both of them. So if you had to pick one, Tielemans or Paqueta, who you go pick now?
That's a very honestly, I would say I want the 2, but I'll go with Tielemans. The only reason why I'm going with Tielemans is just for one reason. He's Premier League proven. So we know what he is. That's the only reason. Other than that, I would likely say give me both of them. Because both of them are 2 different players. They're not the same player. Now, Paqueta, the reason why I would say both of them is that Paqueta can give you 4 different scenarios. He can give you that right wing. He can give you that left 8. He can give you a number 10. He can even give you a false 9 if you wanted to play him as a false 9. So that's 4 different situations in there. So for me, I look at it and say yes. And he's very from what I've seen and what I've read, he's a very flair player where he charges for goals. Like he's creating chances, he's taking shots, he's going for goals, which is what we lack in the midfield, most especially, right? So if you're looking at that, you're adding more of that to the team. So look at it this way. So instead of saying you want to go for a right winger, you have Paqueta that can slot in there, or Vieira, whichever the case is. But to me, the way I see it, I think we might go for Tielemans and Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo does one thing that everybody has been asking for. If I ask everybody here, most people will say, yeah, we need another striker. Yes or no?
Yeah.
We need another striker, man.
M wanted to say something, bro.
Osimhen or João Felix.
Oh, forget about Osimhen, bro. That guy has Harry Kane as his idol.
Or João Felix, man.
Okay.
You're not
So
getting
now-
João Felix. He's going to be about 100 million.
Why can't we get João Felix?
We're not getting another
It's going
striker.
to be 100 million.
We
No.
need another one. One
Igal,
striker's
wait,
not
hold
enough
on.
for me, Igal.
Yeah,
It's not enough.
yeah, hold on. That's why I asked the question. Everybody's saying we want another
We
striker.
got the
Guess what?
legendary Eddie Nketiah.
And
Cody
Getty,
Gakpo.
nah.
Better
Cody
than
Gakpo.
Darwin Núñez,
Yeah.
said, right?
Cody Gakpo can
Yeah,
be
my
that
striker,
other,
Eddie.
that other striker.
What'd you
One
say?
second.
Cody Gakpo can be that other striker. He can play the center forward.
Can you get him?
True,
please?
but
Em,
he's a
just-
winger,
just
man.
respond to
No,
that.
He can play as a center forward as well. That's what I'm saying. Those are the roles he can play.
Fair enough.
Listen.
Can I
the
just say about
Paqueta-
Gakpo? I'm not signing a player from the Eredivisie or whatever you call it. Yeah. That league is dead. It's not even top 5 leagues.
Some of the best players in the
when you
world have
consider
come from
top
that
5
league.
leagues.
Can I just say,
Who?
Dennis Bergkamp come from that league.
Thank you very
we've had
much.
Mark
Okay,
Omar
you're
from that
going
league, and
back
we've
like
had
20 years
Vin
ago. What
Percy
you're
from
talking
that
about
league.
now.
So saying that league is rubbish is
I'm
Thank you
talking
very
rubbish.
about
That league has produced some of the best players in the world. So to say, just because it's weaker
No, it
than
hasn't.
our
No,
league,
it
that
hasn't.
we can't
Let
get a
me-
good
let me-
player out of that league
Van
is rubbish.
Nistelrooy came from that league as well. Van Nistelrooy came
Exactly.
from that league.
Okay, but look at how
So why
far
is
you
he-
lot are going back to draw for players. Tell me the last
I like
3
look,
years.
look at Ziyech at Chelsea. Look at Ziyech
Tell
at
me the
Chelsea.
last
Dion.
Look
3
at
4 years,
look
guys.
Okay.
De Jong.
Okay, cool. Let me go as recent as
Delete.
possible. When we signed Tomiyasu, how many of you here
What's Delete
said,
doing?
"Oh yeah, best signing"? How many of you here could say that when we signed Tomiyasu?
Yeah, he's the
I
best
thought
signing because he's quality.
I thought Tomiyasu was
No.
the best.
Did you know when we signed him that he was his best player? You didn't.
No. I knew about him because
I-
I covered him in transfers.
I watched
but
Serie
I
A,
didn't
so
know
I know
about
about
I
him.
knew
knew
he
about
was playing
Tomiyasu
with
because I
Bellerin.
watch all the leagues,
This
Bro,
man.
is
people
Serie
say
A,
Max
Hugo,
Iron.
not. This is
I watch all
Serie
the
A.
leagues, man. I knew about Tomiyasu anyway.
Guys, people wanted Max Aarons. Remember?
Yeah.
I do remember that.
We still
Oh
need
my-
another
Seems
right
so
back,
long ago.
man.
That
We
seems
still
so
need
long
another right
ago
back.
now, bro.
Because I don't want to see Cedric Suarez anywhere near this team.
Forget that
Guys,
right back, Thomason. There's
people-
no way we're signing the right back now, bro.
People.
Cedric
See-
is shit, bro.
We
Shit.
still have a couple more things to discuss. So we're just gonna do this quickly. This one, forget about Tielemans. We spoke about him already. Nothing really happening there.
I want both anyway. Tielemans and Paqueta.
Pablo Marí's situation, just to let you guys know, he can leave both on loan or permanent. Fenerbahce is interested, and we also have Valencia. He has a good
No one
relationship with them.
cares.
AC
Just
Milan.
sell him.
AC Milan have also looked into him. So the situation with Pablo Marí is he has several clubs after him. I don't think he will end up leaving right away. This is going to be a little bit longer to get him out of the club. But Pablo Marí does have some suitors. Get rid of him. You guys don't care how we get rid of him, but that is the situation with
Wait,
Pablo
AC
Marí.
Milan won him.
AC Milan do want him, yeah.
Wow.
Bro, for
After
that
just
How much
league,
did
winning
we
the
pay
league.
for this
bro,
guy?
for
8
that,
million.
for that Serie A, it's a lot slower, so he won't be pressed as much as Arsenal. So
No, but I don't know why you'd be looking at someone. If you have Tomori, you want a top centre back next to him, not Mori. Goodness me.
Yeah, but it's the style of football they play, innit?
Listen, I
He's
don't
not.
care where he goes.
Wait. Hold on.
He's not
So
quick, no.
let me understand something. Why is everybody pooping on Mari? Mari is a good defender. The only difference between
Oh my
wait. Hold
He's
on.
okay. He's
Hold on.
right.
Hold on.
What am
He's
I
a good
hearing?
defender. I will tell you. Wait, hold on. What are the clubs who are linked to him right now? It's an I believe these are Italy, right? Now,
Milan,
Italy is not a fast.
Udinese.
It's not a fast playing
League.
team to begin with. He's not in the league. Premier League is too fast for him, but he's a good defender. Forget
No,
about.
he's not.
He is. Come on. He's a
Based
good
on
defender.
what? Based on
He's an
what?
average
He's
defender.
just not a modern
He's
day.
average.
He's a good defender for a low
He's
block
the
team
worst
or a
centre
team
back at Arsenal.
playing three at the
Look,
back.
Ben White is
If
a
you're
good
playing on the,
defender.
if you're playing on the, if you're playing pushing your defenders right up to the halfway line, he's no good because he's not quick enough. If you're playing a low block or you're playing in a slower league, he's a perfectly okay defender.
Exactly.
But he's
For them,
just
yeah.
not a
He's
modern day
getting spun by
defender that we need.
FC Nuremberg.
Man said perfectly okay and good are two very different statements, Ugo.
No, sorry.
to
Perfectly
call him-
okay for the Italian league. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to make. That's what I want to
Okay, yeah,
understand.
okay, that's fine.
For in the Italian league, he's perfectly good for them. So he's definitely
No,
going to go
not
there.
good. Perfectly okay. Be choosing your words well.
Nah, but yo, enough about that. People are saying Mari's half decent for a squad. Saka, Saliba.
Oh,
Mendy,
people are delusional, man. What am I
Saka and
hearing?
Saliba. Once Saka and Saliba sign a new contract, we don't really need Pablo Marí. Holding can be the fourth center back, and we're really good in that situation. So I'm not too worried about that.
Holding, man. Not Holding, man. Oh, that guy.
Stop,
bro,
stop
forget about
hating. Holden is doing a good job. Let's leave him there.
He's not
Basically,
good, man. He's
years ago,
shit,
man.
bro. Not good.
Tommy. Let's not
Oh,
get that.
not this again, Nagal, please, man. Nagal, man.
Half a Melo.
Why you bring this guy on the on the screen?
Just
bro?
cancel that. That's not happening.
Hey, bro,
The one
just
João
skip the
Felix,
slide,
man.
man. Skip the
One João
slide.
Felix.
Hey,
Let's just
Gal,
talk
skip
about
the
it.
slide,
Let's just
man.
talk about it. Let's just talk about it.
This
Do you
guy is
think
not
that-
even better than Xhaka, and we want to. All of us want to Xhaka up.
Oh, Lord.
I don't
He's
even
not
rate
even better than
Xhaka
Xhaka.
because Xhaka's a clown, man.
No, but he's
Xhaka's
not
better-
better than Xhaka.
Xhaka's better than half of these midfield targets that are bullshit that we're linked to.
True,
He
he
does
is,
actually
but
good.
Xhaka's not that good, man.
I'm not even a Xhaka fan.
You've
But he's better than
triggered
this
the
guy.
whole panel with this picture, you go.
Hey, bruv, just-
So let's-
yeah,
let's
thank you
talk
for
about-
removing that, man.
Yo, 1 second. Let's talk about Xhaka because no matter what you guys say, guess what?
Look,
If we sign Tielemans, there might be games where Xhaka plays next to Tielemans. If we have Thomas Partey, he plays next to Thomas Partey. If Zinchenko ever plays in the midfield, you could have Xhaka next to him. Sambi Lokonga, El Neni. No matter what, you find there's a way to play Xhaka in this midfield. And
Xhaka.
you know what? I'm just gonna take a moment to appreciate.
Brother, start Charlie Patino over this guy.
It's gonna be a Granit Xhaka appreciation post because Granit Xhaka gets so much hate. Let's just take in the man's versatility. He's played in so many different ways. so many
Bruv, the
different
guy
games.
takes half an hour to turn, bruv, in the Premier League.
And haven't you,
Bro, we
haven't
don't
you,
need that player, man.
haven't you
Man's
forgot? Yeah, he
turning like
cost us
he's
a draw.
turning
He
the
didn't
shit,
get-
bruv.
Haven't you forgot? He cost us a draw. He cost us that loss against Man City. We should have got at least a draw. Have you forgot? He cost us that game. Have you forgot about that?
It weren't just
I don't know
him,
what I saw
wasn't it?
exactly.
We should have
It
got a
weren't
draw at
just
least.
him. It weren't just him.
I'm starting Charlie Patino over this guy.
Man,
man.
I'm just want to shoot down everything. Don't shoot me down, bro. I'm just talking about Xhaka because he's an Arsenal player. If you don't want me to talk about Arsenal players, then screw you.
Igal, can I say something about Xhaka that everybody fails to understand something there? So
Yeah.
I get everybody's point as to calling him out for certain games that we've lost, but the honest truth is, those games we lost was not solely on him. That's just the honest truth. That's number one. Number two,
So
ever
when he
since
gets five red cards a season, yeah, it's
hold
not
on,
his fault.
hold on. Let me
He's
get
cost us
I'm-
points, man. Why are you defending him?
hold on. I'm not
Let him
defending him.
land
Hold
now.
on.
Let him land.
Let me land. Keep calm. I'm going to clarify things for you now. For me, Xhaka is, if you ask me now, do I want an upgrade on Xhaka? The answer is yes. If they say Xhaka should stay, do I have a problem with that? Honestly, not really. Because here's the thing. Ever since he had that conversation on, I can't remember the interview he did, since that game, he has been consistent so far. Now, I can also point out to you guys that one of the reasons why we're in top 5 last season was because of Xhaka as well. Imagine Partey and Xhaka out. That would have been disastrous. That's the honest truth there. Now, Xhaka might not be everybody's cup of tea, and most fans are pissed off because of what he did against Crystal Palace with the shirt and everything. But then I ask people, I'm like, okay, if you're in his position where you are home, people are sending messages to your family, to you, and on the pitch, how would you react? You're going to react differently.
Please let me take this, Eagle. Please, I beg. Because this one, I know this. I know stand for this one, though. Please. You are a professional football player. It comes with the territory. You're going to get abused. Look, from when you throw the captain's armband and the shirt, for me, you are cancelled. You have disrespected the whole club's history, and the history behind the captain's armband. For me,
Okay.
you're cancelled. And look,
All right.
I don't agree. Hold on. I don't agree with anyone abusing anybody's family and all that sort of stuff. But those weren't the people he was swearing at. He was swearing at the people on Twitter. Not the people they were being booed by your own fans. And so you now
Okay.
throw the shirt and
All
throw
right.
the
Okay,
armband.
cool. Yeah,
Nah.
I'm gonna put this back at you now because you just said something. So you're saying that because he threw the badge and the shirt, he should be cancelled. I agree with that.
The
Yes.
armband.
The armband, yes,
for me,
I agree with that.
yeah.
I agree with that. But then again, his reaction is justified. I'll tell you why it's justified. We are all human beings here. Forget it's a profession. If you're going to work and someone is insulting you constantly, especially not at work, constantly, social media, wherever it is, and then you get to work, guess what? If you don't react to those things as they come at you and it's boiling up and piling up, at some point, something minor as someone hitting you and saying sorry can make you upload everything on your mind at that point. And that's where he got to. And then you're saying he's a professional. I don't know about you, but even in my job, whatever I do right now, if someone is telling me things like, oh, your family is shit, I'm going to kill your family, I'm going to kill you. Guess what? I'm going to be fucking pissed. I don't care about the club. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about my family right now. That's a different mindset already. So
that was more social media and everything. If you're talking
exactly
about the fans,
no.
And it was
Yeah,
after.
no,
if you're
hold
talking
on.
about the fans in
Yeah,
the
hold on.
stadium,
That is
were
you're
frustrated because this
you're saying
guy.
it's the social media, but it is part of the lifespan. That is part of everything. The social media is part of the fans. So any way you look at it, he can put it in any way and dress it up any way you want to look at it. But that's the fact. It is part of the fans. It's some crazy fans who go the extreme, which to me is very, very annoying. They do that. And these things affect our players. For example, look at, I think when they did the interview for Ramsdale, I can't remember one of the fans made a comment even before they announced him saying, don't sign the contract. Don't come to our club. We don't need you. This is a player coming to the club and he's reading that before signing the contract. What do you think he's going to do? How do you think he's going to react? Things like that.
As much as you say exactly how he reacted, cancelled his social media and started his Arsenal career on the high.
Okay, but that's the thing. Everybody is not the same thing. Everybody has a different approach to how they do things. We are human beings. We're not perfect. It's just like saying, okay, yes, I'm God, so I'm perfect. It's not possible. Everybody's different.
Even if he swore at the fans, bro, I wouldn't even be upset. It's the throwing the armband on the floor. For me, you're Arsenal captain. The amount of respect goes into that armband. Nobody, no one was telling you could have done anything. Swore at the fans, F you, whatever. Man took off the armband, threw it on the floor. For me, he died as an Arsenal player that day. But with that being said, for me, that being said, he had his best season as an Arsenal player last season. But that's not enough for me to forget, bro. Big him up for what he did.
But that's the thing. I'm not asking you to forget. That's the thing. I'm not asking you to forget. I'm not asking you to neglect what happened. But I'm asking you to look at both sides, consider both sides to the situation, and then at the same time look at it. Just like saying, everybody we have this practice to say, oh, forgive and forget, right? Definitely, we don't forget. That's the honest truth. Nobody ever forgets, but we do forgive. For me, I would say I have forgiven him for that, but I haven't forgotten. And for me, he has earned a little bit of my respect based on what he has done so far, especially last season. So that's the way I look at it. So
it's funny.
Do you know what? I like Xhaka. I'm getting his name on back of my shirt. So
this season,
I've just ordered a black and gold shirt with his name on my back. So, do you know what? Do you know what? Xhaka is a very good midfielder. The only one thing that Xhaka does that really annoys me is he makes a mistake every now and again. If he didn't have the mistakes in him, we won't be having this conversation right now. And that is on his too. He's a very good. He's a good, solid defender. And do you know one of the things that is in his favour from a lot of Arsenal greats, even in the past? We've had better midfielders in them in the past, but I tell you what, he has over all of them. He's always available. He's always fit, and he's never. He runs and he works for the team. Do we need an upgrade? Quite possibly, we need an upgrade on him, but he's an ultimate professional, and I don't care that he threw the armband on the thing. You know, at the time I was peed off. I've got over it. It's in the heat of the moment. Get over it. You know, those people that are having a go at him are the ones that are defending Ozil for doing something very, very similar when he walks off the pitch.
Exactly. Thank you.
Here, 1 second. Big up to my guy here saying, yeah, he had his family threatened.
Yeah, but Ozil's never cost us points, though, man.
Wait. Hold on. What did you say?
He has cost us
What
points.
did you say?
Listen.
He has.
1 second. His family never cost us points. So why are we cussing his family? Why are people cussing his family?
That's not the point. Everyone's going on.
Ozil doesn't have a Facebook page.
1 second. I don't give a shit about what he did in that Crystal Palace game anymore because it's gone and done.
That was in 2019.
It's happened. From what has happened, I've moved.
That's not the point. After he done that, he should have not played for Arsenal again.
Exactly.
And the fact that he played for Arsenal again was a disgrace. Aubameyang got kicked out of Arsenal for being late.
Aubameyang got kicked out of Arsenal for something else. You don't even know, bro. You couldn't even
be late
when that Amazon documentary.
Amazon loaded.
But Aubameyang's done way more for Arsenal than Xhaka done in 6 years.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Wait.
Why is he here?
That's points, man.
Hold on, because I don't understand why people
are just so soft, man.
No. The way you are analyzing stuff, to me, is not accurate. Xhaka is not shit. Don't say that. He's not.
He's not good, man. He's not that good as well.
Yes, he is. He's been here for 6 years and we haven't qualified for the Champions League.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. So
that is not good enough.
It's 11 people on the pitch, not just one player.
The argument is very
Why
he's
you guys
been
defending Xhaka?
in that midfield for most of those 6 years. Has he not?
Tommy, when we talk about Xhaka, you guys see red. All I'm saying is, I get that he has made mistakes. I get that he's a player that makes errors and does that. But from the time that he's been here, we have not gotten Champions League football. All these things are logical points. But in the same breath, you can say that the guy doesn't do. He's not absolutely garbage. He's not absolutely useless. He plays. He plays week in, week out because there's managers who see his qualities that he brings to the game that other players don't have. And what you guys are saying is he's garbage. He's shit. He needs to get out of the team.
He out. I think
that's where you lose me.
Exactly. So
he's not better than Kante. He's not better than
went a little bit too far.
No, because for consecutive years, this guy's been in our midfield and we haven't progressed. And you guys think
so because he's
you
in
guys
the
are
midfield.
defending him. I don't know why you are defending this guy.
I just want to land because I've been the biggest one against him. But I would say this:
he has more captaincy qualities than majority of these players.
Gabriel should be captain, not this guy.
Which is the problem at Arsenal, bro. That's the problem. Saka is our leadership guy. That is one of the issues at Arsenal. That's the leadership we've been following for how many years?
Getting sent off every
single time. He's cost us games.
One at a time.
Man City at home, he cost us a point,
guys. I'm gonna have to mute you guys because you guys aren't letting anyone speak. My guy got so triggered. He said, "Forget super chats. I'm gonna jump in." Arsenal fan, what are you saying?
Yo, everyone's slating Xhaka. That day, his family got threatened. His kids got told to have cancer that day. And you lot think about football over family.
Imagine that.
Football. Like, hell no.
So wait, so he threw his armband because fans in the stadium.
I don't agree with
Listen.
Come on, man.
What happened? He didn't finish his second point.
On the day, everyone's saying on social media is saying that his kid's gonna have cancer, his wife's gonna get killed, this and that. And then the day after the match started, he had fans booing him. Of course, he's gonna be triggered like hell. I'll be triggered. F football, man.
Exactly my point.
But there's people on here hating him because he's putting an armband down because his family was getting threatened.
Have you seen the page on Facebook? Every social platform that's an Arsenal platform, there's a Facebook page that's hating on him every time. There's one. It said, "Get Xhaka out of the club," and you should see some of the stuff that's on there. It's awful. Honestly, it was like the stuff with the Thomas Partey, and he could have been in the sexual charges. There was stuff on there saying, "I'm hoping it's Xhaka." And you know what I mean? And you're saying you're saying, oh, that's not the reason he chucked his ban. But he's just said that morning
He's just had them. He's just seen the messages, and then he's probably got that in his head. He's playing bad. He's playing poor, and then everyone's booing him. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what? If everyone actually got behind the team a little bit more, maybe they'd play a bit better on the pitch.
1 second.
Yeah, man.
Tommy, we heard from you, but there's another guy who came in who wanted to defend Xhaka, I think. Come on, you Gunners. What are you saying?
I'm all right.
Talk to me about the Xhaka situation.
All in full force. The Xhaka fans.
Xhaka's the leader, man. He shouldn't be violating like this.
Really?
I know what he's done is
my
wrong,
days.
yeah, but at the same time,
Oh my days.
nah, man.
Let him learn. Let him learn.
Defending him again on my days.
Let him learn. Go ahead, bro.
Like, at the same
Explain
time,
the leadership.
the guy, he's been playing day in, day out. Which other player do you see that's been getting injured? Most of them have been getting injured, yeah. He's been doing it day in, day out. But it was wrong to put him back in the team, yeah. But it is what it is. It's in the past, innit?
Sorry, can I say something? I want to say something. Sorry, quick thing
He's
here now.
basically come on and made no points and just said he's a leader.
Yeah, no. Wait. Hold on. Let me. He made a very simple point. So I'm going to say something now. Do you value Arsene Wenger as the manager who makes the right decisions with players and all that? That is the question for everybody right now, especially you, M. Do you value his opinion on players?
Don't fall into this trap, Don't.
No. It's a simple question. No. Kule, don't go there.
You can say yes.
It's a simple question. Just answer it.
That's not a yes or no question.
It's a yes or no question. Do you value Arsene Wenger as a very good manager on decisions on making on players and all that? Do you value that? Do you think he can?
Sometimes not.
He pleads the fifth.
Okay.
Francis Jefferson's a good player, so that's this argument's not going very far.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me finish. Let me land my point. Now, Xhaka has been in this club since Wenger, Unai, Freddie Ljungberg, and now Arteta. All four of these managers have chosen Xhaka to be in that midfield. None of them have dropped him, not even once. Now, you said because Xhaka is in the midfield, we haven't gone as far as Champions League. Now, I'm going to ask you now, is Xhaka the only man who's supposed to get to the Champions League? What happens to the strikers? What happens to the goalkeepers? What happens to the defenders? What happens to the wingers? Everybody is culpable for that, not just Xhaka. That's number one. Number two, you talk about, Young Gunnar talked about leadership. He has leadership qualities. Yes, we are saying based on what he did with the badge and the armband. Honestly speaking, like I said, certain things you say to people, you're going to talk about. I remember when someone was telling me, oh, football. I'm like, some things trump football. When you're threatening someone's family, saying his kids should have cancer, his wife should die and shit like that, why the hell would I want to play? And this so-called people making the statement are Arsenal fans as well. So you can understand where his mindset is going. Now, this was done before the day of the game. And he still chose to play in that game with the captain armband on. Number one, give him respect for that, to have the mindset to step into that pitch and play like that.
He didn't have the mindset, though, because look what happened.
No.
How can you praise the mindset when as a result of playing that game, he threw his shirt and threw his armband?
I told our fans to fuck up. So how can you defend him like this? Like, I don't get, how can you defend Xhaka?
People. Oh my god.
It's not defend. This is the thing. When you're talking about, these are players, these are human beings. They're not robots. That's number one. They're not static people like, oh, they just do this. You don't, okay, someone was comparing him to Aubameyang or Ozil. First of all, I have a very big grievance against Ozil, 100%. And I can tell you every single thing Ozil has done that's so fucked up. Now, going to the part of where Ozil left the club, Ozil was posting shit on Instagram. Something like, was it the Gunnar mascot or whatever? Oh, yes, I'll pay for his salary if I'm still at the club. What the fuck is that? If you want to do something like that, you don't do it in open like that. That's number one. You're pretty much attacking the club in the first place. Then he goes as far as slaying Arteta, slaying the club in very minute media forms on Instagram. That is not a player you want in your team. So when people tell me things like, oh yeah, he didn't cost us games, also cost us a lot of games. He did. Now, Aubameyang situation is 100% different. I don't even classify him in the conversation. Yes, wait, hold on. Let me finish. I don't classify Aubameyang in this whole conversation because his own situation is totally different. from my understanding, for what he has done, he's a constant latecomer. As a captain of the club, like everybody's holding captain right now as a higher standard, which is what we want. He was coming late constantly. You come late to a North London derby. That's the big insult again.
Yeah,
now
North
you're
London
coming late
derby.
constantly, and you're building a club of young players who look up to you. You can't expect Arteta to keep saying, okay, yeah, I will forgive you today. Oh, we'll forgive you tomorrow. Fuck that. You've done it too many times. You need to step down from captain. And if they ask you to step down, as a human being, you feel bad, you feel hurt. But it's up to you to prove to your teammates and prove to your manager, say, hey, you know what? I'm going to bounce back. I'm going to do something for you guys. But guess what? He didn't do anything of the sort. Rather, his agent posted things about what he has done, what he has achieved for us. To me, that told me one thing. He's no longer interested in the project. Hence why he had to move. Now,
and one thing I'm going to say, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang let the fans down. He down
100%.
Once he got that contract, he down tools. He did not give a crap. It's plain and simple. He's a washed player.
All right, guys.
No, he's not washed. I will agree with that. He's not washed.
Quickly, let me just respond like to Ugo and everyone because I need to go. Real quick.
Abba had to go anyway.
I think we've allowed ourselves to get so lost in the incident at Palace. My reasons for I didn't want Xhaka there before the Palace game, so it's not because that's not my sole reason.
But why was that the only reason?
Hold on. For me, from that point, as an Arsenal player, he was dead to me personally. Now let me land. So it was up to the club to make the decision, like M said, to not play him again. So my issue with Xhaka playing has nothing to do with him. The club was supposed to take the stance and not let him play for the club, but they let him play. No problem. Yeah. Hold on. They've let him play. Since then, Xhaka he's made ton of mistakes. He takes 3 hours to turn. We're talking about Xhaka. I don't care about Aubameyang's situation right now. But in terms of him, he's had his best season for Arsenal. Don't get it twisted. But you talk about leadership. We were 2-0 down against City. At City, we need someone to step up. What does Xhaka do? Get sent off.
And how about the other players?
Hold on. We need a leader to stand up against Liverpool at way. What does Xhaka do? Get sent off. And this is just 2 points this season. He's done it multiple times. At big moments, he's not there to be counted. One of the reasons why our dressing room is so bad is because we're following Xhaka leadership. Yes, I don't have issue with Xhaka as a player. He's a decent player. I believe he'd be a great squad player. But in our starting 11, if we really want to go forward, we can't be using Granit Xhaka. That's all I'll say for him, man. Big up everyone in the comments. Big up everyone.
No worries.
Big up everyone.
Big up, bro.
Take it easy,
guys. I'm going to just wrap it up here. I think we've gone on Xhaka for way too long. Simply put.
Amen.
And one more thing, yeah?
No, Tommy. I'm going to end it right here, bro. Sorry. Just before we go, Ozzy, for you, it was a shell Xhaka. Ben, it was a keep Xhaka. Sydney, you were saying keep Xhaka, right?
Yeah. For now.
Sell Xhaka. Come on, you Gunnar saying
sell him today.
Xhaka.
Sell him tonight.
Yes. Arsenal fans said keep Xhaka.
Oh no.
Sell him, bro.
Xhaka in, Xhaka out. I'm just here for the badge and that's it.
Okay, and then you got Tommy saying sell Xhaka, and you have my other guy saying sell Xhaka. Personally, I'm keeping Xhaka because at this moment in time, there's nothing wrong with him being on the bench if we get better. But even if we don't get Tielemans, he's going to be starting week in, week out, and that's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
But have yourselves a wonderful day,
guys. And he's the twist Busquets.
There you go. Have yourselves a wonderful day, guys. You already know what it is. We lead ourselves out.
When we play Crystal Palace,
So that's a good finish.